Okay, so in order to start really valuing sleep, it's important we understand everything it does for us, as well as everything we miss out on when we don't get it, the negatives, so to speak. So, one of the big things, of course, when you sleep, your immune system is up. Your body, you think you're sleeping, but in a lot of ways, your body physiologically, that's kind of when it wakes up and does things. So, immune system goes way up, which is going to help you clean out infections and other bad stuff in the body. When you sleep, that's when you balance your hormones out. You get a huge boost in the good hormones like testosterone and growth hormone. That's actually when they are produced. You balance out your blood sugar. Your body heals and repairs. Your adrenals get a rest. Your thyroid, energy, cognitive function, everything is all going to be ramped up and turned on. REM sleep, of course, is when you replenish all your neurotransmitters. So that's really going to help you stay clear and focused and have good executive function during the day. Sleep decreases errors. This is very important. So if you want to be effective during the day, it's vital that you sleep. This is going to help you make the best decisions. This is going to help you do the best job. And one of the common misconceptions is that we can trim down on our sleep so we have more time to do stuff during the day. The reality is that it almost never pays off. That extra sleep is going to make you so much more effective, eliminate and reduce those errors so much that it's almost always worth just getting that extra sleep. Um, Along those lines, sleep is the number one predictor of how much willpower you have. So this is interesting to think about. If you struggle with habits, addictions, if you just have things that you want to improve, if you're trying to be disciplined in your life, if you're trying to get things done, if you've got lots of responsibilities, a lot of times people can really struggle with those things, and sleep is actually the number one predictor of how well you will follow through. It's your willpower. So lack of sleep turns into the opposite, won't power, so to speak, and sleep just very, very vital. Having a hard time getting something done, having a hard time making yourself do things, sleep is the number one way to improve that. Sleep deficit in women looks a lot like menopause, and it's interesting that women they have kids. Kids grow up. You spend a lot of time where sleep tends to be deprived. And then it's like when you finally get through all that, now you've had 20, 30 years of kind of chronic sleep deprivation. You finally get through all that, and then all of a sudden it seems like, again, menopause, when really all of this is just really piled up. Sleep deficit, especially in kids or in people in general, looks a lot like ADHD, chronic anxiety, stress, that sort of thing. So we want to be very careful that we don't deprive ourselves of sleep, end up with these sort of situations, and then blame the wrong thing. It's pretty amazing how much just getting good sleep will resolve a lot of these issues. There is a 1-to-1 ratio, correlative ratio of testosterone and time in bed. And testosterone is not only good for men, for women, of course, has a lot of benefits. But this is something a lot of people struggle with. Again, 1-to-1 ratio, more time in bed, more testosterone. All your muscle memory happens when you're asleep. So if you're an athlete, if you're training, if you work with some physical skill, all of your learning and improvement in those ways is going to happen when you are asleep. And losing about 2 hours of sleep just in one night. So say you normally get 8 hours, one night you get 6. There's about a 30% decrease in libido just one night to the next. The last thing I would mention is just that sleep is actually the most powerful anabolic tool that we have. So anabolism, which is building, so you've probably all heard of anabolic steroids, which are banned in sports and whatnot, because they really give people a performance edge. So whether you're an athlete trying to perform or anyone, the way that your body builds and grows and repairs and does all the good stuff for you is through anabolism. And the most powerful thing that you can do along those lines is sleep. There is no drug, there is no surgery, there is no tactic, exercise, anything that even comes close to comparing to what your body will do if you just give it good sleep. So again, whether you're an athlete or not, if you want to perform well physically, sleep is definitely the way to go. So at the end of the day, really, sleep is your best bet for your making yourself into Superman. Really across the board, if you're struggling with anything and you want improvement, sleep is something that's really going to help out, if not potentially fix the problem entirely.